Back though now to tomorrow's inauguration. Joining me is Dylan Loewe. He served as chief speechwriter to Vice President Joe Biden from 2012 to 2013. Thanks for joining us on BBC News. Joe Biden is no natural orator, then neither was President Trump, I suppose. But what do you think his speechwriters will be looking for him to convey tomorrow, and in what sort of language?
Well, I think, first of all, I think that Joe Biden has met the moment many times with important speeches, and this is certainly one of them. I think that they are looking to make the case that Joe Biden can be a unifying force in a country that is quite divided, make the case that it is actually possible to turn the page on what we have experienced with Donald Trump, and make the case that we can actually solve the great challenges ahead of us, in particular the COVID crisis, both from a health perspective and an economic perspective. And so I think he'll be speaking both to history and directly to the American people. And I think you can expect him to ask of the American people that they join him in that effort. And that it not just simply be Joe Biden at work and the rest of us waiting for a rescue.
You wrote for him for a year. I mean, were you wary of great rhetorical flourishes? I mean, when you hear him speak, it's the simplicity often of his language, isn't it? Almost the folksiness of him and his age. Is that something that they will be concentrating on as well, do you think?
I mean, look, I expect that at Joe Biden's inauguration, Joe Biden will sound like Joe Biden, the Joe Biden he has been for his entire life. And that means being very direct, very granular. I do think that there are moments for rhetorical flourish, to be sure, and we will see them here. But I think for the most part, what he is aiming to do is to, for the first time in a long time, have a president explain to the American people what is happening and to tell the truth and to be perceived as the honest person that he is. And I think that's far more important than any particular turn of phrase or soundbite.
Yeah, I mean, but obviously he will want to unite the country as well, and that could be quite a Herculean task for him. I suppose the other important thing is how he refers to his predecessor. How do you think he will do that?
You know, I would expect that you're not going to hear him use the name of his predecessor in this speech. I think that he will talk about the things that need to be changed, and certainly the implication will be that they came as a result of the failures of the previous administration. But I think in terms of the effort to move forward, he's going to speak about the future more than the past. And try to unite the American people behind that. It is indeed a Herculean task, and it is not something that you can achieve in a single speech. But tomorrow is the first day where he'll have the opportunity to start that work.
OK, Danny Loewe, thanks so much for joining us here on BBC News.
Thank you.
Stay with us, still to come.